Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Michael J. Fox said, discipline is just doing the same thing the right way, whether anyone is watching or not. Hi, I am Juan Navarro. This is Advanced Quality Programs, and I invite you to explore the quality philosophies and apply them to our lives. Today, we will talk about the 8 disciplines problem solving. After spending a couple of episodes describing the path of quality and understanding the philosophy, it makes sense to spend some time understanding the 8 disciplines and how they relate to the path of quality, as this methodology is widely used in the industry, and although it is similar and maybe have the same roots, it is not the same. The exact story of the 8 method remains challenged, as many publications state that it was originated from the US military standard for non-conforming material disposal, the MILSTE 1520C. Outlines a set of requirements for their contractors on how they should organize themselves in respect to non-conforming material. The military standard outlines aspects that are included on the 8 method. However, it does not provide the same structure. Since Ford Motor Company played an important role as a supplier for military vehicles during the Second World War and the decades after, it is commonly argued that this standard stood as a model and guideline for the introduction of the 80 format to the industry and its popular application. The 8 disciplines for problem-solving format became popular after Ford Motor Company used this approach to resolve problems, mainly focusing on product and process improvement. Ford engineers' purpose was to identify, correct, and eliminate recurring problems. Its goal is to implement permanent corrective actions based on statistical data analysis and on the identification of the problem process. The 8 disciplines stand for DO, plan for solving the problem and define the start situation. D1, define a team, select and establish a team of people with a product or process knowledge. D2, define and describe the problem, specify the problem in measurable terms, the who, what, where, when, why, and how many for the problem. D3, develop interim containment plan. Implement and verify interim actions. Define and implement containment actions to isolate the problem for any customer. D4, define, identify, and verify root causes and escape points. Identify all applicable causes that could explain why the problem happened. Also identify why the problem was not noticed at the time it happened. All causes shall be verified or proved, not decided by fuzzy brainstormings. Or you can use 5 whys and cause and effect diagrams to map the causes against the effect or problem identified. D5. Choose and verify permanent corrections for a problem or non-conformity. Confirm that the selected correction will resolve the problem with measured results of testing. D6. Implement and validate corrective actions. Define and implement the best arrangements. D7. Implement preventive measures, modify the practices and procedures to prevent reoccurrence of these and similar problems. And finally, D8. Congratulate your team. Recognize the efforts of the team formally and thank all the organization. This format, as we explained at the beginning, is widespread format used in the industry. As any other tool, the regular application and repetition are key for the successful use. In my personal opinion, it is a pretty standard format that helps to document the procedure for problem solving. However, what is important more than the format is the content and the tools applied to identify the root cause and implement corrective actions. For that reason, to follow the disciplines and understand them are key for the success. There are many managers today which are highly creative using fancy names as A4 system. That's the size of the paper they would like to have a presentation of findings, or add the name global to the global AD to formalize it on a paper as a global application. The fact is that the AD is a standard format with a standard application in the industry. Train your teams on disciplines, repeat the application, hold them accountable for the content, and you will have a widespread tool to document your problem-solving process. The successful application of the tool depends on the people and the discipline and not on the format. The challenge this week is to find the AD format on the web. Read it and compare that to what we just explained. Add your questions and your findings on the comments, and we can talk about them on the next editions. This was all for this edition. I will appreciate your comments and the subscription to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, and I will leave you with a quote from Jean Barclay. Perfection is impossible, but you don't stop aiming for it. Don't forget to hit the bell and see you next time.